Very good morning to all of you. Just 1 second. I'll set it on. Is the volume screen all clear to all of you? Super duper good morning to all of you, and amazingly well you are doing. I can see the doubt someone is asking and another student is clearing till I check the WhatsApp and Telegram, and it's too good, too encouraging to see that you all are preparing super well. We are going to do this class to the point. We are solving MTP 1 and 2 for CA Inter for the upcoming May 2024 exam. My suggestion is all the students who are writing whether CA exam or CMA exam should solve this with me, because I'll revise the concept. It's, income tax cannot be done like, okay, sit and just revise business ed, aise nahi hota. The more you apply it and more you solve. There's a playlist in the CA Dipti Chheda YouTube channel where you will find the MTP of all the past 6-7 attempts from 2021, 21, 22, 23, all May, November, December, for CMA students, for CA students, all. But I highly recommend this solving. Even like CMA students should solve this, and CMA, MTP, CA students, it will give you application based confidence. Okay, now you all know the concept. You have attended the DT fast track batch. You've been watching the revision video for repetition, right? Then it is time now to apply that knowledge and get into the mindset ki, okay, if it is a 3 hours paper, how we are going to do. One more suggestion from my side is, if you have, you also put it, live chat boxes also on. But what I'm feeling right now is, let us do today MTP 1 and both DT part. Tomorrow, that is Saturday, we'll be doing IDT, GST, MTP 1 and 2. So solve it live with me. Pick up your calculators, notebook, and more concepts. As a teacher, I can also understand, like if someone asks me directly 194 bhi 2 minute time lagega, haan, it is related to rental above 50,000. So how do you recollect the things when it is all put together? Okay, and you are doing super duper well and studying to the perfection, I can say. If you have any doubts, Telegram is there, WhatsApp challengers group is there. You can communicate. If you have anything which is letting you go down, then say to yourself, I am bigger than my environment. I am not a CA CMA yet, but I'll do whatever it takes to achieve my dreams. And earlier, if I have done, I can definitely do it now. If you have cleared foundation, if you have cleared inter, you can definitely do now. Chalo, with this very quickly, your time, my time, both is important. Evening, even in GST, we are doing all the updated chapters now, that is TDS, TCS, and place of supply. Okay, right. Before I begin with the solving MTP, because from this attempt, instead of 60-40, it is 50 marks paper. 2 minutes, very quickly, I'll give you the paper pattern and then we can start with. Okay, today we are concentrating only on the DT part, that is 50 marks paper. The mindset should be clear that it has division A, which is actually MCQ based and for 15 marks, but there are no direct MCQs beta here. You'll have to do it in the form of case studies. Now some of the students, ma'am, case studies kaise karna hai? Case study is nothing but a 6 marks question on business head 35D or capital gain, and just solve that problem and you will get the answers. So it's not ki MCQ hai to working, nothing you have to do. In your notes, you can write working notes very well. I hope you are following what I'm saying. Matlab, in your answer sheet, hard copy, rough work for MCQs, write it and do it, because answers are linked. If the first one is deduction, the second one is gross total income, the third one is total income. So one answer is used in another answer. So rather than just doing everything on calculator, preferably if you can do rough work, no need to maintain the format because it is MCQ. Okay. Now generally in MCQs they are asking you case studies. Case studies 1. Okay, right? So number of questions and marks, right? 3 questions will be there, 2 marks each, 6 marks. Another one more case studies. Ma'am, 2 case studies will come, we don't know. It can be one big case study, decide the residential status, compute the income, or it could be both. So 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay, right. Then we have leftover questions, that is also one MCQ for 2 mark and one MCQ for 1 mark. That makes it 15 marks. I want to repeat, they might give you 2 case studies, that means 2 problems for 6 marks, and then they will ask you. And bit questions, the confusing part is, अगर गलत होगा तो क्या आंसर होगा, that is only your other answer of the bit. Okay, so just my answer is coming correct and put it, don't do like that. I'll make you, today's class is more on revising the concept and giving you the mindset how to read the question paper. Okay, so this is all about division A. Now it is division B. Okay, when we talk about division B, it is in total 35 marks. It has question number 1, which is compulsory question of computation of income for 15 marks. Now, in this 15 marks, you compute the income as per section 115 BAC. Please comment below, do you want an exclusive to the point 45 minutes class for revising how to compute income in 115 BAC versus normal regime? I've already taken the total income questions also, but if you want, comment below, we can do. I'm also planning to take one fast track revision for TDS, TCS along with all the past exam questions for TDS and TCS. But you have to like the video, you have to comment, you have to subscribe. Till your exam, subscribe kar do. YouTube Studio is telling me 56% of your viewers are not subscribed. So kar do, at least let that benefit spread to more or number of the students. The more you like and subscribe, it will go. Okay. So comment below if you want these 2 videos. Yes, ma'am, we want it. And you will see it in the next week schedule. Of course, I'll take care. Everything is winded off 3-4 days because before you start your accounts preparation. Hai na? So computation of total income. Computation of income you do as per section 115 BAC. Then as per normal tax regime. Default tax regime is this. This is default. Nothing given in the exam. Compute the income. But question number 1, 15 marks, they will say calculate the tax as per default tax regime. Calculate the tax as per normal tax regime. है ना? Computation of income. And in that versus AMT. AMT will come if you have section 10 AA, section 80 JJ. हाँ, मैं आपको brief में बता रही हूँ. If this is there, AMT will come. So compute the income and whichever is beneficial, go for it. Stepwise marks are there. If your business head add and less is correct, you will get marks. Your, what do you say? Compute the total income, that capital gain is correct, you will get marks. House property is correct, you will get marks. So are you following? I know I'm spending 5 to 10 minutes in this only, but this is very important. Okay, so division 1 has 15 marks MCQ, but no straight MCQs. Case study padna padega. Now, how to read the question, what analysis should go in mind, that we are doing right now. Okay. Any doubt is there relating to paper pattern? Comment. Compulsory question is there for 15 marks. Now in question number 2, 3 and 4, you have to do any 2 questions. 2 questions, 10 marks each, that is 20 marks. And like this, we have 35 marks. Now 10 marks question may be 6 plus 4, a capital gain, a house property, or 5 plus 5, deductions, clubbing, return of income. Like that, it is the weightage. Okay. If you ask me weightage wise deductions, बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ना है बेटा आपको. किसी को doubt है paper pattern? Ma'am, why you are discussing the paper pattern right now? Even CMA students should solve unka bhi paper pattern MTP mein hoga, but the question level, same questions is asked in CA exam and then similar in CMA. From years I have been teaching, so I know this trend. So the mindset is clear. As per my suggestion, you should start with the MCQs. But ego पे नहीं आना चाहिए कि इसका आंसर क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. If you're not getting, leave it blank, move ahead. Coming to question number 1 and then 2, 3, 4. Out of that, any two you have to solve, right? So better what you can do is, instead of starting with computation of income 1, if you know in 2, 3, 4, okay, this is a 5 marks residential status, this is a 5 mark house property, this is clubbing, this is set off. Yeah, set off usually comes for 5 marks. So if you know like this, then better you can do bit by bit question number 2, 3 or 4. Don't solve extra questions thinking that whichever is best they will select. They will not correct the extra question. So don't waste time on that. And then last you can go to do question number 1. This is for DT, and once you complete DT you can go for IDT. Don't jumble the two things together, so that your focus is clear. When you are in DT, that same thing is getting linked. Calculating tax, deductions, हर question में आएगा. Now you'll have to calculate tax in MCQ also. You'll have to calculate tax in question number 1 also. Wherever they ask, you calculate the tax. Chalo. Very quickly, hoping you all are having these printouts of these. I have circulated in the challengers and telegram group. तो आपके पास printout भी है और calculator भी है और notebook भी है. So let us start solving MTP 1 DT. I'll solve MTP 2 of DT also now. And tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock, we'll be doing the GST. Okay? Is it clear to all of you? Chalo, quickly. Let us start with MCQs and case study based question. When you are reading what interpretation? Questions are very easy. I can say business head deductions, जो total income का question है, you will find in the DT Sarthi compiler PDF I'm giving to all of you in the challengers and in the your telegram group also. So if you want the material what I'm using, you can take it from there. ठीक है? चलो. All right, we are doing income tax 50 marks paper and we are reading the first case study. Kamal, aged 45 years. One second, yes, students. Kamal, aged 45 years, so no seniority benefit, commenced operations of 3-star hotel. So 35 AD, 2-star and above hotel, multi-speciality hospital, they are talking about 35 AD. He incurred capital expenditure of 50 lakhs on land. Land cost is not allowed. Okay. Land cost is not allowed as expenditure in 35 AD. Okay. And capitalize the same in the books. Further, during 23-24, he incurred capital expenditures of 2 crore, out of which 50 lakhs was acquisition of the land. So 150 lakhs was building. So 150 lakh, 1.50 crore is 150 lakhs I am writing. The payment in respect were made by check, and the profits of running hotel before claiming this deduction is 85 lakhs. So what is the net profit? See, what I am writing here is so that my screen sharing, agar मैं change करूं यहाँ से word में, तो it will take time. But exactly same thing when you are reading the question paper, you can do rough work for MCQs. उसमें mistake होने के chances कम हैं and it's not a time waste. No need to follow the format. So this is net profit and 150 lakhs cost of building is deductible under 35 AD. Now, he has employed 220 new employees. Okay. So whenever you employ new employee, you get 80 double J double A deduction. Okay. But you get it for your regular workers. you get it for workers who have worked for more than 240 days. Then whatever salary you are paying to new workers, 30% is allowed as deduction. Okay, I'm just interpreting the problem. Casual workers will not be allowed. If he has joined in September, obviously he will not work for 240 days and more, to not allowed. Casual worker means those workers either for which we are not paying the RPF and all, or government bhi nahi pay kare. Casual workers are temporary workers who work, come, work and go. So we are not paying the PF and ESIC for them. So they will not be allowed 80 double J. So here 80 double J double 8 deduction will be for these two. Okay, right. How much it will be? Let us calculate. 24,000 into 40 workers, and they have joined from June, April, May, Jane do. So 10. 24,500 into 80 workers, and they have joined from July. So do the total in the calculator as fast as you can and put it in chat box. Don't think कि 5 minutes हम बैठे रहेंगे, दीप्ति मैम तो करेंगे. Use the same calculator which you are going to use for final exam, and just start calculating with the mindset कि in 3 hours calculator चलाना है. तो let me calculate and give answer faster than Dipti ma'am. So this is 96 lakhs and 24,500 into 80 into 9. 176.4 lakhs plus 96 lakhs, that is 272.4 lakhs, and 30% of whatever wages I have paid, I can deduct. So 80 double J, the deduction is coming to 81 lakh 72,000. This is all rough work in your notebook. I am writing it here, ma'am. Aap to question paper, you are not allowed to put a single dot or a tick also. So please don't do all that things. Okay? Any confusion is there in my reading, in my interpretation, please comment below. And if you're feeling this is to the point, very healthy, motivating knowledge, then also comment below. That will motivate me also to solve MTP of costing GST all live for all of you. Okay? All regular employees participate in RPF, and his gross revenue from the hotel is 11 crores. Kamal has opted out of the default tax regime. Okay, he is not paying 115 BAC, so we can give him deduction. And anyhow, please remember, even if someone goes for 115 BAC, 80 double J double A deduction is allowed in both the cases. Now, Kamal has another 4-star hotel and the profit is 140 lakhs. Okay, come back here. Net profit is 85, ye cost deduct kiye, so there's a loss of 65 from this hotel. But we have one more hotel and there's a profit of 140. So 140 is the profit and 65 is the loss. So is it coming to net profit from operating a 2-star and above hotel is 35 lakhs. Sorry, 75 lakhs. Really sorry. Done? Check. Now, I'm just going on reading. Based on the above facts, choose the correct answer. Assuming that Kamal has fulfilled all the conditions for claiming 35AD. You remember or not? Production of fertilizer, 2-star and above hotel, multi-speciality hospital, housing loan, revenue and capital, all the expenditure is deductible. Ma'am, then surely it's going to show a loss. So that loss can be carried forward for indefinite period. Okay. Done. चलो आगे करते हैं now. So he has claimed, not claimed any deduction under chapter 6A under heading C. What would be the quantum of deduction under 35AD, which is eligible as deduction? So how much deduction can he avail under 35AD? Okay, right? So 35AD may, can he avail this 50, prior 3 years expenditure is also allowed in 35D, yes. but 50 lakhs is not allowed because it is land. Don't write notes and all. एक 1.5 page भर के मत लिखो answer. Just this is the interpretation going on in your mind. 150 crores. Yes, this is allowed. So 1.50 crore, that is 150 lakh. This is the correct answer. Are you getting how much deduction is allowed under 35 AD? Okay. Now, what would be the income chargeable? We have seen they have income, then they have set off this deduction, there's a loss, but they have other hotel. Can we set off this loss in similar line of the business which is covered in 35 ds? Finally, the net profit is 75 lakhs. So this is the correct answer. Would Mr. Kamal be eligible for deduction under 80JJ? Since the MTP came, I'm getting so many doubts, ma'am. Can you please tell the correct answer? Because everywhere it is different. Then 110% guarantee what I'm giving you, the answer is correct. Can Kamal claim 80JJA? Yeah, Deepti ma'am, you have calculated 80JJA. 81 lakh 72,000, 30%. That is one of the wrong answer. Ma'am, but their total income until now is 75 lakhs, and deductions can never exceed the gross total income. So 75 lakhs is the correct answer. I'm telling you the wrong answers will be the answer which are 110% chances कि students will get it as correct. पता है वो बचपन में किसी ने खेला है, यहाँ से भी रास्ता है, यहाँ से भी रास्ता है. I don't know what that game is called. So you need lot of headstrong confidence for dealing this. The correct answer is no, he would be not eligible for 80JJ. Ma'am, why? His books are audited, he is doing all. Then the answer is given in the question itself. If a person is claiming 35 AD, then he cannot claim chapter 6A deductions in heading C. Ma'am, what are the deductions covered in heading C? This is given in our material Sarthi DT compiler. I am again saying this time I have given all of it free. पूरा मटेरियल आपको टेलीग्राम में पीडीएफ अवेलेबल है. टू द पॉइंट क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स है. हार्डली 270 पेजेस ऑफ मटेरियल. Booster notes, question answer. Take a printout of that. Prepare from that. There I have given clearly कि if you are availing 35 AD, you cannot avail heading C deductions. Ma'am, what are heading C deductions? 80IA, 80IB series, royalty 80RRB, 80QQB, and 80JJAA. So this person will not be eligible for these deductions if he is claiming 35 AD. Are you all with me? If you feel that you are listening to this concept for the first time, then revise it me. मेरे साथ अब भी रिवाइज कर लो कि if you claim 35 AD, you cannot claim. Let me tell you one more thing. These deductions you cannot claim if you are not filing your return on time. Even if your due date is July 24, you can file belated return till December 24, no problem. But if you file belated return, you cannot claim deductions under heading C. Exactly 10 minutes with lot of working with to the point. I can teach you many things extra here. I don't want exactly what is the student's mind frame in exam, how he will. And whatever I have written, you take a page in your answer sheet, write down rough work for MCQ and write it. मैम लिख के क्यों करना है? देखो ना बेटा, आंसर्स लिंक्ड है. One answer is 150 lakhs, another answer is 75. Third wrong answer was this, but this, ma'am, then why did you calculate? Just to make you alert that how wrong answers can be tempting. So many of you are doing it live. Can you comment below if it is all clear to all of you? Bolo. Nice, clear to all of you? Is the speed fine? Still, if you have any conflict, comment below. I'll surely reply the comments in YouTube. I'll also reply your doubts in the challengers and Telegram group. but click the picture correctly. And yesterday, like someone asked me, ma'am, can you solve this labor variance problem? It's not right. You solve it and then ask me to correct. I will definitely check and help you out. Okay, right. Chalo, next case study. This time it is like 2 case studies. In the MTP2, it's one big case study for 12 marks. Okay? But see, please trust my words. If there is something technical in exam, ma'am, this time the DT paper was easy, but GST was tough. GST was a बहुत easy आता है. It is easy. You need to have the mindset and now stop reading any new material. If you have followed my material, okay. If you have followed some other academies material, okay. But ये RTP MTP करो और अब मेरा DT सारथी compiler का print मत लो. One material only. Now it is time for repetition. So many of you are asking, ma'am, what's the difference in the DT practice batch and DT revision videos? Revision videos in 45 minutes to 1 hour, house property, business at concepts are covered. Repeat. You are traveling, you are waiting somewhere, put the headphones and just listen to the concept. Practice batches to do the writing practice and to become alert how to save from the pitfalls. ठीक है? चलो. तो कुछ ना कुछ बहुत easy है और easy क्या है अब देखो. I'll show you what is very easy. Case study 2 तो we are doing, but look at this beta. अभी ये question number 3. It is alone for 2 marks and so easy. Question number 4, one liner again. So like these marks you will get in bits. That's the best part. Chalo. Arvind, an Indian citizen, wants to file his return for the previous year and he is required assistance for which he has approached you. Arvind owns a house property in Bangalore and the same was rented out for 65,000. Okay. 65,000 into 12. Next. To Arjun. He claims that, and see, he has rented out the house to Arjun and the per month rent is above 50,000. So definitely 194B TDS lagega. He claimed that he was having that only income. However, when you saw his bank statement, he had income tax refund, which includes interest. Income tax refund is not income, but interest on income tax refund is always income from other sources में taxable. 15th August, the bank statement has a credit of 55,000, which he claimed to have received as a gift on his 68th birthday. Oh, 68th birthday means he's a senior citizen. On further assessment, you were able. And you know, when you receive gift from your relatives, from the grandchildren and all, it is exempt. On further assessment, you are able to understand that Arvind and his wife traveled to Mauritius in 23-24 to spend some time with their son, who is studying there. On scrutiny of their passport and document, they had left India in September 23 and returned on 31st March 24. So how many days they were in India? April to 27 September. April के 30 days, May के 31, June, July, August, September. The day you come to India, the day you leave. Clear? So 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 27. How many days? 180 days he is in India. And during the 4 preceding previous year, he stayed in India for 320 days. Okay. So first of all, we have to decide the residential status of Arvind. Arvind is not satisfying the first basic condition, section 6 mein 182 days or more he is in India. No. Second basic condition, 60 days or more. Yes, he is in India for 180 days. And 365 days in the preceding previous years. 4 preceding, sorry. He is not satisfying any of the basic condition. He is a non-resident. So the first answer, what is his residential status? Non-resident. Second answer, is there any requirement to deduct TDS under 194B on rent? If yes, see, generally when you are paying rent, Arvind has given his property on rent to Arjun. Yeah. So Arjun will deduct the TDS because the payment has crossed 50,000. But Arjun will deduct the TDS if Arvind is resident. I want to say all our TDS sections mostly are for resident. Because for non-residents, we always have section 195. Take a pause if you're watching my video as recording. Now I can directly take you to my DT material. To be very frank, देखो मैंने आपको ऐसे पढ़ाया था 194B. मैं आपको टेबल भी बता सकती हूँ अभी, but that will take more time for you and me, and I'm not rushing in the concept, but you tell me. Then definitely tomorrow I'm going to solve GST also, कि एक एक चीज मैं आपको मटेरियल में जाके बताऊं कि क्लियर है. 194IB. 194IB is for rent paid above 50,000. You have to deduct the TDS. That's right. But that is for resident. Arvind, who is receiving the rent, is a non-resident. So the second question is there any requirement to deduct TDS under 194IB? If yes, what would be the amount? There is no requirement of TDS since Arjun is a salaried employee. ऐसा नहीं है. Anyone who is not covered in tax audit can also deduct the TDS under 194IB. Okay? No, there is no requirement as Arvind is non-resident. 194IB is not applicable to non-resident. Clear to all of you? Next. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to advance tax? Okay. Should he pay the advance tax liability? Yes. Advance tax shall not arise. Arvind is non-resident. No. Even a non-resident, if he is getting rental income in India, tax to pay karna padega. Advance tax shall not arise since Arvind is a senior citizen and he doesn't have a business income. Okay. But if he is having tax more than 10,000, तो बिल्कुल करना पड़ेगा. Advance tax liability shall arise since he is a non-resident. Advance tax shall arise since his liability is not less than 10,000. देखो अरविंद की इनकम ही कितनी है इंडिया में? 65,000 into 12 rental income. You can do faster than me. This is all what you have to do in notebook and keep your question paper in front of you, hard copy printout. But because some of you are not having, I am doing all the working here. कितना आ रहा है आपको रेंट और GAV? At least nothing given. We have to give 30% standard deduction. Municipal tax बाकी सब नहीं भी है तो what is the income? 5,46,000. And Arvind is also having 5,775. What is 5,775, beta? That is your interest income. So what is the total income? 551,775. And he's a senior citizen. Okay. Right. So is he liable to pay the tax? Yes. Now they didn't give anything whether he is in default tax regime or not. So nothing given, we have to calculate the tax as per default tax regime. So up to 3 lakh it will be nil. Next, above 3 lakh it will be 5%. So 5% is coming to 12,589. And on that ESES and all. So answer is, even though Arvind is non-resident, if the property is located in India, is he liable to pay the tax in India? Yes. Is the tax liability exceeding 10,000? Yes. So does he have to pay advance tax? Yes. So all these answers are wrong. No, he doesn't have to pay the tax non-resident. Wrong. Arvind is a senior citizen and he's not having business income. True. But if his tax liability exceeds 10,000, he has to pay the tax. Is my speed fine? I'm literally saying the teacher inside me saying, Dipti और थोड़ा slow जाओ और इनको रेफर करके DT कंपाइलर भी बताओ कि देखो 194IB में लिखा है applicable only for resident. But I think this flow is good, justified right now. Even I don't want to take extra time from you. Even my GST evening class is there for place of supply. Again, tomorrow morning, we are solving the MTP for indirect taxes. So please comment below if things are clear or not. Even if you are watching recording, you can comment, और live तो जो लोग कर रहे हैं वो बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं. Thank you. So many of you are like Gumnam, you know. Jum is the name, and he's saying thank you, ma'am. I say, ma'am, also saying thank you for trusting me, attending the classes live. Chalo. So now 2 case studies are over. Any doubt you have, comment below. Let us go to the next MCQ. Roshni Limited has 2 units. 1 unit in the SEZ, other unit in the DTA. The unit in the SEZ was set up and started manufacturing from 12/5/14, and right now it is 23. So for first 5 years, ye dekhte se, man, this is section 10 AA deduction. First 5 years 100%, next 5 years 50%, and next 5 years 50% or translation to export reserve, whichever is earlier, hai na? Chalo. So unit is set up in the SEZ and in DTA. The total turnover of Roshni Limited is, I'll do it in lakhs, huh, beta? 12 lakhs 1250. This is the total turnover. And in DTA it is 450 lakhs. तो फिर export turnover कितना होगा? 1250 में से DTA, मतलब डोमेस्टिक टैरिफ एरिया अगर 450 है तो एक्सपोर्ट है 800. It is so enthusiastic and energetic to solve these questions now. Somewhere if you feel, मैम आप याद करा रहे तो याद आ रहा नहीं आ रहा, तो ऐसे और RTPs MTPs 100% you will get in the playlist. November 23 में 2-3 और सॉल्व कर लो, you will gain the confidence, है ना? चलो, now export sales in the SEZ is 350 lakhs. Okay, export sales of the SEZ unit and DTA is 350 and 225, and the net profit of the SEZ and the DTA is 95 and 80 lakhs. I hope you are getting. SEZ unit is there and DTA is there. They are giving extra data to confuse you. So what is the net profit of the SEZ? 95 lakhs. What is the net profit? One second, dear students. Hmm. 95 lakhs is the net profit of the SEZ. Okay. ETA के प्रॉफिट से हमको मतलब नहीं है. Out of the export sales of SEZ 350 lakhs, 200 have been received in India. So whatever is received in India, that is only permitted. देखो, total turnover was 12450, DTA was 450. So export turnover total is 800 lakhs in the SEZ. फिर से एक बार, those who are confused, once again. What is your total turnover for the Roshni Limited? 1250. What is DTA? 450. So what is SEZ ka turnover? Full SEZ ka turnover 800 lakhs. But out of that, how much is brought in India? Actually, SEZ's turnover is 350 lakhs. But how much is brought in India? 200 lakhs. So total export turnover में से what is brought in India is 200. तो SEZ का जो net profit है उसमें से how much will be the export profit? So 200 into 95 divided by 800. देखो 23.75. 23.75. Yeah, ma'am. D-bit is the answer. Gone. Just the students are on the verge of getting it correct, and there's where the mistake happens. 23.75 deduction under section deduction मिल रहा है आप ऊपर business head में exemption नहीं मिलेगा deduction is for the first 5 years, but they said कि SEZ is started in 2014 and it's now 23-24, so 10th year this is, so इसका 50% deduction ही मिलेगा 11.875. This is the correct answer. Anyone is having any doubt, ask me. Are you all enjoying the way we are solving? Then please write enjoying. मजा आना चाहिए पढ़ने में, मेहनत करनी है. You all are making your beautiful story that you are studying for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. You all are sacrificing so many functions, birthday parties, your smartphone. So many of my students send me the picture with that chota wala phone. So it's really good. And for all our updates and doubt clearing, WhatsApp, Telegram, they use their mother's phone, which is usually at home. So this is very good, very encouraging. Chalo. So hope that question is clear. What would be the tax liability of Savita, a resident who attained 60 years on 1st April? You know, though our financial year is 23-24, if someone's happy birthday is on 1st April 68th, they are considered as senior citizen in 23-24 itself. This point is again given in the DT basic first chapter only, slab rates, Sarthi material. Total income is 725, comprising of salary income and interest on FD under default tax regime. Okay, what is the tax liability under default tax regime? चलो इसको साथ में करते हैं. तो अब generally in the default tax regime, you know, up to 7 lakhs. This is a very nice question. I don't know, in MTP 1, 2, in RTP, everywhere they have asked this. Let me tell you, on normal income up to 5 lakhs, rebate is allowed up to 12,500. Yeah, ma'am. Yes, we know this. In your default tax regime, 115 BAC, up to 7 lakhs, the rebate allowed is 25,000. Because up to 7 lakhs, the tax also comes to 25,000. देख लो कैसे. चलो, now let us calculate the tax on 7,25,000. This is only for knowledge purpose I am giving. Clear? Ma'am, 7,25,000, it has exceeded 7 lakhs, so we will not give the rebate. What is the tax on 7,25,000? बोलो. कैलकुलेटर में करें चलेगा कि यहाँ लिख के बताऊं? 0 to 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%, that is coming to 15,000. 6 lakh to 7.25, 1,25,000 का 12%, 12,500, 27,500. Tax on 7,25,000 is 27,500. And what is the tax on 7 lakh? Nil. Because if your income is up to 7 lakhs, we are getting the tax nil. So what is the excess tax we are? This is like marginal relief only, rebate in the concept of marginal relief. Ma'am, हमने ये कभी नहीं पढ़ा है, तो I'm going और slow as if I'm teaching you now. हम और slow करते हैं. चलो. Tax on 7,25,000, 27,500. Tax on 7 lakh nil. What is the excess income? 25,000. Just because if my income would have been 7 lakh, my tax would have been nil. Just because my income exceeded 25,000, I have to pay 27,500 tax. ये कहाँ का justification है? I hope you are getting this is basically wrong. Just instead of 7 lakh, if my income is 7 lakh 25,000, my tax liability is increasing from nil to 27,500. Income is increasing by excess income 25,000. Excess tax 27,500. We want a rebate of 2,500. I hope you are getting. Okay, whatever excess income I have got above 7 lakhs, leke jao, bye. Just because I earn 25,000, if my income would have been 7 lakhs, tax would have been zero. Because I am earning 7 lakh 25,000, you are charging 27,500 tax. Extra I am earning 25 and on extra income I am paying tax 27,500. I want a rebate of 2,500 from the original tax. Rebate under section 87A. Whenever I feel that this is a doubt, I have already clarified in one Magic of Logic series where I explain these concepts in 15-20 minutes. So, wo bhi dekho. Now, what is your tax? 25,000. Says 4% 1,000. So, 26,000 is the answer. थोड़ा सा टाइम दो इसको. Yeah. Is it clear to all of you? Rebate concept is only very beautiful. One minute. Only for this part I want to share. Can you see? I'm sharing one. No, same example asked in the study material. I feel that can come in exam is this. Ye dekho. Rebate of tax. 12,500 if your income is up to 5 lakhs. ठीक है? अभी देखो, if the SSC is paying the tax under default tax regime, then the rebate is 25,000 is allowed for total income up to 7 lakhs. If the income exceeds 7 lakhs and total tax payable on the total income exceeds the amount by which total income is in excess. हाँ, ये देखो. 7 lakh के ऊपर कितना income मिला? 15,000. Now what is tax on 7 lakh 15,000? 0 to 3 lakh nil. 3 to 6 lakh 5%. 6 to 7 lakh 10%. 26. I am paying 26,500 tax. Had my income been 7 lakhs, the tax would have been 0. So how much excess tax I am paying? 26,500. अगर 7 lakhs आता तो it would have been up to 7 lakhs. Yeah. So whatever I have earned 15,000 extra. See, 7 lakhs का tax nil है. 7 lakh 15 का tax 26,500 है. So how much is increase in income? Only 15,000. Increase in tax 26,500. I want a rebate of 15,000. Take it. What's your tax now? 11,500. Are you getting? Whatever extra income I am getting, take it as a tax. So I want a rebate of 11,500 from this. So finally my tax is 15,000 and 4% cess on that. 15,600. Exactly same problem I have done with 7,25,000 and same problem I have done here. So did you follow this? That's all for the MCQ. We will take the break after solving complete MTP 1. Can you comment in the live chat if it is all clear? Nice question, no? Yes, default tax regime. Chalo. 15 marks question, I would suggest to do it in the third aspect. Like first you do the MCQ, then you solve those chota question number 2, 3, 4, any 2, 5, 5 marks, what you know, and then you can go for compulsory question. But because it is asked, we are in the sequence, we will start now. Mr. Amit having business income of manufacturing furniture gives you the detail. Yeah, you have to compute normal income and tax, then default tax regime and tax, and compare the two. Okay. This question was very nice and 100% chances isko 5-star Kit Kat sab khilao. Just little if the income increases beyond 7 lakh, 15,000, 25,000, again and again they can ask you. Okay. Because there's a major change in rebate, lot of chances of getting the rebate question in the upcoming exam. Even one more concept, of course I'll discuss it here also separately, also so many times I've done stamp duty. So Amit is having trading, PNL, GP, income tax, warehousing charges, depreciation, GST payable is allowed as expense. Following are further information. Income tax refund is a part of the net profit, but it is not business income. तो इसको तो निकालना पड़ेगा. हाँ, interest on income tax refund is always going to be taxable in income from other sources. So shall we start with 50,85,000? I'm not doing it in the notebook, but we will check it here. पहले पढ़ लेते हैं पूरा. Salary includes 30,000 paid to brother, which is unreasonable. So whatever is unreasonable, you have to, that's not allowed. Salary is 30,000, 5,000 is unreasonable. Allowed is 25,000. So add back the 5,000. Okay. Advertisement expense include an amount of 2,500 paid for advertisement published in the souvenir issued by political party. The payment is made by an account pay check. So advertisement expense, if you pay, now elections are there. So one side political party and another side ABC company limited, not allowed. So advertisement expense also add back how much? 2,500. Miscellaneous expenditure include 1,000 paid to political party. Even though they have paid to political party, they can take as a deduction in 80 GGC. Because it's a registered political party, you can take. But business head mein to add back, and deduction you can take in normal tax regime. Default tax regime, no deductions are allowed. Okay? Right. Goods and service tax. Please keep patience. Some of you may think, अरे ये total income का problem मैं खुद से कर लूंगा. छोटे छोटे question देखता हूँ. So this is going to do a superb revision for all of you. When I got 95 in accounts, RTP, same exam. I gave my inter in 1997. In accounts branch exam, branch का RTP में मैं सुबह ही problem देख के गई थी, and that same came in the exam. So single entry and all, which helped me to score like anything. So RTP, MTP questions are important. Goods and service tax paid includes an amount of 5,300 paid as penalty. Okay. GST payable is allowed as expenditure. What do you call it? GST ke saath. Interest is allowed as expenditure. Penalty is not allowed. Why you are paying penalty? Because you have done some mistake. That is not allowed as business expenditure. Add back. Amit has purchased a warehouse of 20 lakhs in the rural area, and this was available from 15th July, and that's why he was getting that warehousing income. So warehousing income is generally covered under this 35 AD. Yeah, but default tax regime, that will go all together. Okay. Depreciation income tax, you have to deduct and add back the depreciation as per books of accounts, which is there in the P&L account. क्या doubt है? नहीं, we are just discussing, no? When I do it, you will understand. Do let me know if you are feeling ki no, rather than this question paper, it will be better to work it out in the notebook. मैं इसीलिए कर रही हूँ कि डेटा यहाँ सामने सामने है. Interest on loan includes an amount of 80,000 paid to Mohit, a resident on which TDS was. If you make payment in India and you miss out deducting TDS, 30% of 80,000, that's 24,000 is disallowed. 2 minutes. It's not a break, but 2 minutes. I'll give the break after completing this MTP. Just 1 second, I'm used. Amen. So sorry, 2 minutes break I'll have to give. Please read the question on your own. Yes. Sorry, kept you waiting, and thank you. Chalo. So where we were, that if you make payment in India to someone, 80,000 rupees, 30% will be disallowed. So how much is 30% of that? 24,000. Compute the total income and liability. If they ask you to calculate the tax, do, otherwise don't do it. Okay? In the most beneficial way. So what is most beneficial, dear students? क्या beneficial होगा? You calculate as per the normal tax regime. You calculate as per the default tax regime. And let us do the comparison now. Yeah. So here is the answer. चलो. इसको मैं नोटबुक में नहीं कर रही हूँ because both MTPs we should solve and concept. Start with the net profit. Start with the net profit and deduct the income tax refund, 30,000. And out of this refund, whatever is interest income, that is taxable in income from other sources. Are you all following with me? Yeah. 4-5 hours if you give me, I can solve it in the notebook. Okay. Chalo. Now, add back the salary which is disallowed, advertisement, payment to political party. GST is allowed. I want to repeat. Interest is allowed. Penalty is not allowed. So add back kar do. Depreciation as per books you add back, because depreciation as per income tax you are deducting. 30% of 80,000, that is 24,000 you add back, because TDS you miss deducting. Okay, right. Now, okay, one more building you have purchased. Look at this. ये देखो. In adjustments they gave that warehousing income to they have taken in the P&L, but they have purchased a warehouse 20 lakhs. So should we charge depreciation? Yes, because this is depreciation as per income tax is 65,000, excluding the depreciation on warehouse. Are you all with me? Warehouse का depreciation नहीं है तो लेना तो पड़ेगा ना. So on 20 lakhs building, 10% is the rate for building, 15% is the rate for motor car vehicle, 40% is the rate for computer software. These are the basic things. So now see, add all, deduct depreciation, add income from other sources. Done. I told you 80 GGC deduction will be allowed in normal tax regime. Here we are in default tax regime. Notes so many you don't have to write in exam. One line note you can write, or like यहाँ पे आपने जहाँ पे where you have added the GST, no, penalty of GST disallowed, bracket में interest allowed. Bas. So these notes are for understanding of the students. In exam, please don't write. I'm repeatedly saying residential status also. The students are writing, जो triple column करते हैं ना बेटा, उसमें पूरा लिखते हैं residential status में, not required to write so many notes. ठीक है? Anyone is having any doubts in interpretation here? Then ask me. Please take a printout. I'm saying again. Yeah. And please make sure, generally for MCQs, you calculate in calculator. But इसके लिए तो आप slab rates लिखोगे, so that even if your tax income goes wrong, tax goes wrong, but if the slab rate are correct, you get stepwise marks. So 50 lakh 38,000 is the income of this individual, means indicator, surcharge will also come. Up to 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%, 6 lakh to 9 lakh 10%, 9 to 12 15%, 12 to 15 60%, 15 to 50 lakh 30%. So this is the tax, because income exceeded 50 lakhs on tax. Tax is calculated on income, surcharge is calculated on tax, cess is calculated on tax and surcharge both. So इसके ऊपर 10% surcharge लगेगा, because income exceeded 50 lakhs until here. All right. So now we have got this 13 lakh 32,945. Okay. Right. But if you can observe, just because the income exceeded 50 lakhs by 38,620, the tax payable is 121. I hope you are getting. Just nearby to 50 lakhs. Agar 50 lakhs rehta, to I would have not paid. So there's a calculation of marginal relief, which I'll show separately. Then add the cess. And final tax. Don't round off every tax and don't calculate the tax in decimals, because your calculator is showing the answer in decimals. इतनी honesty की जरूरत नहीं है. Don't write off this 59 to 60. Final tax only should be rounded off. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Chalo. Now, how to calculate the, देखो, when your income is 50 lakh 3860, You have calculated tax and surcharge. ये रहा 13, 32, 75. Now just calculate the tax on 50 lakhs. On 50 lakhs, there will not be any surcharge. Yeah, 50 lakhs पे कितना tax होगा? This is same, this is same, this is same, this is same. 15 lakh to 50 lakhs. So 50 minus 15. 35 lakhs का 30%. That comes to 10.5. है ना? So 10 lakh 50,000 plus 60,000 plus 45,000 plus 30,000 plus 15,000. So that's coming to 12 lakh. If your income would have been 50 lakhs, tax would be 12 lakh. Just because the income exceeded by 38,620, the tax exceeded by 132,745. They have done in 3 steps. I do it like this. What is the excess tax? 132,745. Just because my income exceeded. Excess income कितना है? Excess income कितना है बेटा? 38,620. Are you all with me? Excess tax is 132,745 because excess जो आपका टैक्स है, excess tax is 132,745. Excess income is 38,620. So how much it is coming? 94,125. Clear to all of you? I am ready to pay. 50 लाख के ऊपर मैंने कितना कमाया? How much I earned above 50 lakhs? 38,620. Take it. Take it. But I want a relief of 9. See, I'm telling you, agricultural income tax calculation, marginal relief, tax and new reaching, everything you will practice so beautifully. So make sure that you all are solving MTP with calculator, with hard copy. Miss nahi karna hai video. और ये share करो. I'm telling you, it's a challenge. The depth with which I'm solving, revising the concept, giving you to the point, best interpretation of how you will read as a student and interpret. और हम लोग एकदम इसको फास्ट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि सबका टाइम इंपॉर्टेंट है. चले तो ये रिलीफ देने के बाद whatever is final tax, yeah, very important pitfall that marginal relief में after giving marginal relief you have to add the pieces. Thank you so much. All of you who are watching live are liking the video. Comments थोड़े कम हैं, वो बढ़ जाएं तो मजा आ जाएगा. Zoom वाले तो सब कर रहे हैं. AC all clear. आप भी कर दो. चलो. Now, so this is our tax calculation ready. 12,88,170 if you go for default tax regime. Now normal tax regime, it will be same. But what will happen? That instead of taking depreciation on the building, which is used for warehousing, okay, see, default tax regime you are not allowed 35D. warehousing से आपने income बताया ना, ये देखो. One second, dear. Now I'm going in the normal tax regime. See, warehousing 2250. So 2250 income you remove from the business head. Depreciation what you have given on the building, add back. You will get gross total income. Now 35 AD. What is warehousing income? 2250. Whole building cost 35 AD, revenue expenditure, capital expenditure, all are allowed. तो पूरा ले लेंगे. 20 lakhs whole we will take it here. Clear to all of you? Right. So how much is it coming? What is the warehousing income? 2,50,000. And now 80 GGC political party, because it's registered and you are giving donation as individual, it's allowed. So your regular income. Now calculate the tax on regular income. 31, 38, 620. First 250 nil. 250 to 5 lakh this. 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%. And above this 30%. Is the income exceeding 50 lakhs? No. Ma'am, क्यों इतना फर्क आ गया? Because 3580, there we have taken only 2 lakh depreciation. Here 20 lakh whole is allowed. Ma'am, why didn't you take in default tax regime 3580 is not allowed? But normal में तो बिल्कुल allowed है. तो ले लो. And then let us do the tax calculation. Yeah. Final tax, add health and education cess. Okay. Default tax regime, calculate the tax separately. Normal tax regime. Normal tax regime. Okay. You have to calculate the normal tax, and when they take section 10 double A, when they take 80 double J double A, when they take 35 AD, you have to check the AMT. Now if I start revising AFT provision, काफी लंबा जाएगा. AMT याद है, alternative minimum tax. If you have given a deduction of section 10 double A in this problem, no. 80 double J double A, no. 35 AD, yes. So total income, add back 35 AD. 35 AD का डिडक्शन कितना लिया आपने? 20 lakhs. Add back करो. 25 lakhs income, let it be. Someone must be thinking 1 minute. 31 38 ये मैम 20 to 50 income भी तो है ना, इसको रहने दो. But add back the deduction and deduct the depreciation. Okay. Now what you get is called as minimum adjusted alternative minimum income, AMT, on which 18.5% is the fixed rate, and on that this is final tax. So what is your normal tax coming to? 7,84,000. What is your AMT? 950. So you have to pay the AMT, and AMT minus your 784,250. You can take the tax credit carry forward for 15 years. Okay. Right. Now, since the regular income is less than the alternative minimum tax adjusted total income, therefore liability as per 115 JC is okay. What is this income? AMT and regular में तो AMT pay करना है. Now in 115, if you go for default tax regime, you don't have to calculate AMT. But what is the tax as per default tax regime? 1288. 1288 is the tax as per default tax regime, and 950 as per AMT. So come out of the default tax regime and pay. Default का tax ज़्यादा है 12 lakhs, so come for normal. Normal and AMT you compare and pay the tax. Okay. One second, dear. See, this is only one problem for 15 marks. Calculate the tax in default tax regime, calculate the tax in normal, and compare the two. But this time in normal also, if you have section 10 AA, 35 AD, 80 JJAA, you have to calculate the alternative minimum tax also and compare. AMT is not calculated under 115 BAs. I'll make you write this, and this is carry forward. ये problem खत्म हो गया 15 marks का. देखो, I want you to write. ये देखो कहीं पे लिख लो. Section 115 BAC default tax regime versus normal tax जो 2,50,000. But normal में if there is सेक्शन 10AA वो SEZ वाला, और सेक्शन 35AD, और section 80JJAA new employment. Then also check AMT. AMT is not applicable in the default tax regime. So AMT or normal tax, whichever is higher, that or 115 BAC. Yeah. Normal tax से अगर AMT ज़्यादा आ रहा है तो you have to pay the AMT and normal tax is 10 and take the difference 5 as credit. But now in 15 and this 25, whichever is lower. I'm repeating, AMT and normal tax में whichever is higher you have to take, because AMT तो pay करना ही है, और normal and 115 BAC में whichever is lower. ठीक है? चलो. Chalo, now small questions are there. I think 11:30 we started, but till 12 o'clock I was doing the paper pattern. So one or two easy questions are there. Let us do it very fast. Question number 2A, Akash. बहुत easy questions है, बहुत easy. Literally I'm saying it's so easy. Yeah, one more thing I want to talk, that whenever they ask रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस क्वेश्चन, बेटा आपको रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस के कंडीशन लिखना होगा. इफ इट वाज लाइक एमसीक्यू थर्ड वन चलेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट अदरवाइज यस. चलो. Akash, an Indian citizen, 45 years. He got job in California and he left India in July 22. Okay. Now, during the year 23-24, Akash visited India from May 23 to September 23. He has received the following income. Okay. All right. Let us check. Akash visited India in 23-24 from 25th May 23 to 22nd September. Okay. He has following income for the previous year 23-24. Okay. 25th May se can we calculate how many days he is in India? He should be for 182 days or more, right? So he is in India from 25th May to 31st May. So 25th to 31st is 7 days. 25th bhi lenge, 31st. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 7 days. May, June, July, August and September. Just see how many days it is coming. Plus 30, plus 31. Clear or not until now, all of you? 121. He is there for more than 120 days. He has received the following income. Okay. Salary from business in California, received in California. First of all, determine the residential status. Huh? So actually, Akash is not satisfying the, and he went in India. He's an Indian citizen who left India for work and now coming to visit India. 182 days is not satisfying. And in the second condition, 60 days is not applicable. But if he is having total income in India above 15 lakhs, then even if he is there for more than 120 days, he will be treated as resident, but not ordinary resident. I want to repeat. An Indian citizen staying abroad, coming to visit India, second basic condition, 60 days, 365 days not applicable. First, applicable 182 days or more, but he is not satisfied. Okay. But if he is having total, one second, dear students. अगर आप दोनों का पेपर पैटर्न भी देखो ना, बोथ प्लेसेस दे आर आस्किंग द सेम क्वेश्चन, सेम रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस एंड सेम. So now, resident wise, right now, though, he can be treated as deemed resident because he's there for more than 120 days. And let us check if his income is more than 15 lakhs in India. So, following or not? This is an added clause. I want to repeat one because मैम इतने बार क्यों रिपीट कर रहे, क्योंकि मुझे पता है ये पॉइंट पे कंफ्यूजन है. अगर 182 डेज से ज्यादा इंडिया में है क्या? नो. 60 डेज एंड 365, नो. But he's an Indian citizen staying abroad, coming to visit India more than 120 days and having total income more than 15 lakhs in India is said to be resident but not ordinary resident. तो इंडिया की इनकम कितनी है? डिविडेंड. एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम इन नेपाल तो नहीं दी. रेंट रिसीव फ्रॉम अ हाउस प्रॉपर्टी. Rent received. This is not rent computed. Whenever they say rent received and not computed, then I feel sometimes we should make one video on all the pitfalls to avoid. तो उसी को बार बार याद कर लो कि आप गलती ना करो. Instead of this, if they would have written rent computed, no problem. But because it is rent received, I have to give 30% standard deduction. अभी तक तो 5 लाख इनकम है and 5,50,000 ka, can I directly take 70%? 3,85,000. Business in California, but income which was set up in India, received there. Business is in California, income is received there, but then set up in India. This is that taxable, non-taxable wala table mein fifth bit. Taxable for resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident, 6 lakhs. तो कितना हो गया? 6 and 5, 11. 11 and 14 lakh 85,000. No. So what is his residential status? And compute his total income. He's not satisfying that, so it will not be taxable. Now, if he is a non-resident, then whatever income he has received in India, ma'am, why did you check this? This is if he is resident but not ordinary resident, but he's not satisfying. Yeah, 121 days he's in India, but total income in India should exceed 15 lakhs. He's not satisfying. You have to write this all. हाँ, अब देखो. Now decided कि he is a non-resident. खत्म, कोई chance ही नहीं. So as a non-resident, he should pay tax on dividend income. He should pay tax on the rental income. He will not pay the tax on California. Income is received in California, income is generated in California. Just because he is non-resident and business is set up in India, he will not pay the tax. Third column. Non-resident will pay the tax on income received in India, deemed to receive, accrued in India, deemed to accrue, over and out. So what will be the taxable income? 8,85,000. Because the question is here, I am putting it here. Now you see the answer for presentation. Indian citizen would they be in India? They have written in para form, preferably you write it in point. 182 days or more in India. Or if the income is, however, if the person is having more than 15 lakhs income, other than foreign income, means in India, he would be resident if he is at least for 120 days. And during the 4 years, 365 days. Okay. In such case, he would be resident but not ordinary. तो अब देख लेते हैं. Income from foreign sources means income which accrues or aroused outside India, which is not D. इनकम अदर देन फॉरेन सोर्सेज, ये इनडायरेक्टली लैंग्वेज लिखा है, मतलब उसका इनकम इंडिया में कितना है? कैलिफोर्निया वो तो नहीं आएगा. डिविडेंड आएगा, रेंट रिसीव्ड आएगा, एंड दिस 1485. Now see, Akash is Indian citizen who comes to visit India for 121 days, but total income in India doesn't exceed 15 lakhs. Hence, he would be a non-resident. Exam, please underline the clue answer. Concluding answer, you should underline. That gives a very nice feeling to the paper corrector also. किसको मालूम. अब ये तो प्रूव हो गया, ही इज नॉट अ रेसिडेंट एंड not ordinary resident, he's a pakka non-resident. So non-resident will pay the tax only on two income. He will not pay the tax. Even though business is set up in India, but income है कहाँ पे? कैलिफोर्निया. मिला कहाँ पे? कैलिफोर्निया. आप कौन है? नॉन रेसिडेंट. इंडिया से कोई लेना देना ही नहीं. नॉट टैक्सेबल. ओवर एंड आउट. हाउ मेनी मार्क्स दिस प्रॉब्लम वाज बेटा? 6 marks. देखो. And with this 6 marks residential status, 2 mark bit questions. So earlier it used to be 6 marks TDS chapter. Now with the new paper pattern change, 50-50, it's going to be 2 bits, 4 marks. Examine and compute the liability of for the TDS purpose. ठीक है. So TDS कितना होगा, क्या होगा? चलो अब तो बहुत easy question है, तो I think I can go little fast. SBI pays 70,000 per month and 60,000 per month rent to central government and to Kunal for building in which branches are situated. Okay. So if SBI is paying the rent to central government, no TDS. No TDS if the payment is made to central government and all. Now SBI is paying the rent to Kunal for building. 194I. Is the rent exceeding 2,40,000 per annum? Yes. It's 60,000. कितना आ रहा है देखो. कितना आ रहा है? 60,000 into क्या करें हम, बोलो. 12. 7,20,000. इस पे TDS कटेगा 10%. 72,000 under section 194I. If your rent exceeds 2,40,000, then TDS is deducted. Okay, 2 marks. And I would like you to write, इसमें भी central government का point separate, ये separate, so that 1 mark also you can score. Please subscribe to the channel if you're following this hard work. हाँ, एग्जाम तक कर लो. कमेंट भी कर लो वीडियो देखने के नीचे. Payment of 2,50,000 to Deepak, a transporter who owns 8 carriage and he does not have a PAN. If you are a GTA with less than 10 carriage and having PAN detail, no TDS under section 194C. बस इसके पास PAN नहीं है. And 194C says if the payment exceeds 30,000 each and 1 lakh एक सिंगल पेमेंट एंड ओवरऑल, तो ये तो क्रॉस हो गया. 194C में बिल्कुल TDS कटेगा बिकॉज 1 लाख ओवरऑल लिमिट क्रॉस हुआ है एट द रेट ऑफ 20%. Ma'am, 194C rate is 1% and 2%. Yeah, but this fellow is not having PAN. Whenever we don't give the PAN details, the deductor will deduct the TDS at 20%. Nice question. Chalo. Sahil, a resident individual aged 40 years, is an assistant manager. He's getting a salary of 55,000 per month. So 55,000 into 12 because he's not retiring. अगर retirement होता तो उतने month का ले लेते. 660. DA 10% of the basic 66,000. Bonus वो भी आ जाएगा. Medical allowance. Array in notebook you have to solve particulars and amount. Fixed medical allowances always taxable. He was also reimbursed the medical bill of the mother, payment amounting to 6,500. Okay. Reimbursement of the medical bills are taxable unless it is in government hospital, hospital maintained by employer. He got a laptop for use, exempt. Domestic servant with monthly salary of 8,000, पूरा का पूरा. Cook, sweeper salary सब taxable है. He was allotted 700 equity shares at 170, whereas the market rate was 280. When ESOPs are given at less rate, they are taxable. Waterfall. Employer 280 का share 170 में दे रहा है. So 280 minus 170. 110 rupees benefit on 700 shares. 7,000 is the ESOP taxable. Profession tax 2,200, out of which 1,400 was payable by employer. So if employer pays the profession tax, add it. This is a perquisite. Why employer is paying my PT? And then whole PT. My employer paid 1,400, but I paid and deducted 2,200. And of course, standard deduction 50,000. Compute income under salaries if he is paying tax under default tax regime. Oh God, I did a mistake. If the person is paying tax under default tax regime, he will just get standard deduction. He will not get the deduction for PT. Okay. Any other doubt? Tell me. Otherwise, this was like so easy question. 66,000 plus 60,000 plus 50,000 plus 6,500 plus 96,000 plus 77,000 plus 1,400. 356. Arey? 10,16,900 and 50,000 माइनस कर दो उसमें से. फिर से एक बार कर लो. नहीं आ रहा टोटल. आई एम ऑल्सो डूइंग, यू ऑल ऑल्सो डू. या प्लीज डू इट. डोंट वेट कि दीप्ति मैम तो करेंगे ना बेटा. आप भी करो ना. ऐसे तो सॉल्व करो नोटबुक में, सिर्फ अब पर्टिकुलर्स लिखने का रहेगा. या -50,000. Don't calculate the tax unless they say compute the income. Khatam. Why didn't I deduct PT? Because he's paying tax under default tax regime. Next problem is so over easy, I'm saying. So this was for 5 marks, salary problem. And a house property for 5 marks. Kushal is a resident but not ordinary resident in India during the assessment year. He furnishes the following information regarding his income expenditure pertaining to his house property for the previous year. He owns 2 houses, one in New York and other in Ahmedabad. Okay. The New York house is let out for dollar. Array God, the same problem we have done. $500 per month into 12 and 81 is the rate. So 500 into 12 into 12 months into 81 per dollar, and municipal tax, and this is 2000. 1250 और सीवरेज टैक्स भी डिडक्ट होता है into 81. So you will get the NAV और उसमें से स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन भी मिलेगा. करो. 5,000 into 12 into 81. I'm solving in notebook only, but पूरा यहाँ पे 48,60,000 minus municipal tax I'm deducting 2,000 into 81. 1,62,000. So you are getting 4698 minus 30% standard deduction. So सीधा मैं 70% लिख रही हूँ right now to save time. This is my house property income from London property. You can do one below the another, or you can do it in two columns. Now, house in Ahmedabad is self-occupied. He had taken a loan of 30 lakhs. Okay. So if house in India is self-occupied, only thing deductible will be interest. Clear to all of you? सिर्फ interest ही deduct होगा. Okay. The house property in Ahmedabad is self-occupied, and he had taken a loan of 30 lakhs to construct the house on 1st September 2018. Okay. The construction was completed. Entire loan is outstanding. So you have to calculate the pre-construction interest and the current year's interest. One of my favorite. And he occupied the house from June. Okay. Compute the income, and he has opted out. See, if he has not opted out, then self-occupied property, no interest deduction is allowed. In default tax regime, self-occupied property, no interest deduction is allowed. But because he has opted out, can we allow? Yes. Pre-construction interest starts from the day you have taken loan, 31st March, prior to the day you have completed. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months till 19. 19 say 20. So 12 and 7. Is it 19 months interest? On 30 lakhs, 10%. 19 months interest is your pre-construction interest. 19 months is pre-construction period. See how I have calculated. Pre-construction interest is coming to 475 divided by 5. Annual pre-construction interest. Watch my house property revision video. I have explained how to do it in 5 steps. 95,000 is pre-construction interest. And what is current year's interest? 3 lakh. So 3 lakh 95,000 interest, but maximum interest allowed in self-occupied is 2 lakh. And this is income. So what is my final income from house property? 30 lakhs 88,600. ये देखो बहुत ज़्यादा easy था this question. Salary question I have done there only, so I have not gone to answer. This I want to show you the presentation. You can do it in the column form, but pre-construction interest do nice working like this. Okay. Last question now, and then we will take a break. Fourth one. Computation of the total income. Okay, Vishal. Vishal had a house in Delhi, and he had transferred the house to Deepika, daughter of his brother. Clubbing ka question. House would go back to Mr. Vishal after lifetime. So no question, you have transferred the income without transfer of asset. So ये income किसकी है? विशाल की है. Transfer was made with the condition that 10% of rental income shall be paid to Mrs. Vishal. उसे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Rent, whatever is received by Deepika, is going to be taxable in the hands of Vishal. Because you have transferred the asset without transfer of, you have transferred income without transfer of assets, so it's going to be taxable in your hands. But Vishal is saying, "Arey, itna to Mrs. Vishal ko mil raha hai na?" No, that is not deductible. In house property, only deduction is allowed is municipal tax standard deduction, and what's the third one? Interest. Vishal hold preference shares and he instructed the company to pay dividend. And to Chandni, daughter of servant, the transfer is irrevocable. Still, Miss Chandni during the previous year got 4,50,000. Okay. See, though it is irrevocable, but this is taxable because the asset is not transferred. You have not transferred the share and you are just transferring income, but definitely this will be taxable in income from other sources बाद में. Headwise, Vishal has short-term loss and long-term gain. Long-term gain में short-term loss set off हो सकता है? Yes. Still 1,000 loss will be carried forward. Other income. Interest on, पहले तो ये देख लो, he has opted out of default tax regime, हाँ, तो ही उसको सब deduction भी मिलेगा. Interest on saving account 175, okay, but he will get a deduction of 10,080 TTA because he is not a senior citizen. Cash gift of 75,000 received from daughter of his sister on her birthday. Okay, yeah, sister's daughter is not my relative. Huh? We are here. Father, grandfather, mother, father, sister तक ठीक है. Sister का spouse, brother, brother के wife तक ठीक है. उनके बच्चों से gift मिला तो taxable हो जाएगा. Income from betting taxable. Card gains taxable. Horse races से loss you cannot carry forward. I mean say sorry. You can carry forward horse races loss to be set off in horse races only. You cannot set off horse races loss इधर कहीं. तो ये carry forward होगा और 1,000 वो भी carry forward होगा. देखो, Deepika's income will be taxable in hands 550. Standard deduction के बाद long term capital gain में short term capital loss set off किया नहीं किया. Income from other sources with dividend is taxable, interest, cash gift, betting and card games. 80 TTA का deduction. And betting law, horse races loss can be carried forward, but it can be set off only in income from horse races. Is this clear to all of you? Take a printout and stay connected. We are going to do MTP 2 also. Needed, we'll take some lunch break. थोड़ी देर के लिए 15-20 मिनट. I'll give you the time. Short term loss is 16,000 minus 50. Okay, right. So what I mean to say is look at the presentation. Nothing given, you always have to give the standard deduction. And why did you give 80 TTA? Because this person has opted out. They'll clearly give an exam. Nothing given, ma'am. How do we do? You take default tax regime. Now it's a theory question. Enumerate the cases where return of loss has to be filed on or before 139(1). Also, see, if there are losses, you have to file the return on time, except house property and unabsorbed depreciation. तो वही चीज आंसर में दी है. और फिर पैन लगेगा या नहीं these cases में. So let us see that. Return of income and PAN card weightage is minimum 5 marks. हाँ, तो करके जाना है आपको. या see, capital gain, horse races, business loss, all this you have to file the return on time. Only even if you file late return, you can carry forward the losses of house property and unabsorbed. It's a theory question. Yeah. If you have purchased a scooter of 70,000, do you need to quote the PAN? No, because PAN is mandatory for, what do you call it? PAN is mandatory for what? किसके लिए मैंने आपको बोला था? 4-wheeler के लिए. Life insurance premium above 50,000, yes. Purchase of plot 9 lakh, but stamp duty value is 11 lakhs. Wherever stamp duty value exceed 10 lakhs, you have to give the PAN card details. And if you have applied Punjab National Bank for credit card, without taking the PAN details, you cannot even open the saving account. फिर वो form 60 भरना पड़ता है, तो credit card तो मिलेगा ही नहीं if you are not having the PAN. GST part, we are going to do it after the break. Okay, right? So it's exactly 1:20. If I leave the paper pattern, still I took 1.5 hours. So if we continue now, it will be 3 o'clock, very late. Let us take a quick break of 15 minutes, I think enough. 15-20 minutes for lunch and quarter to 1 second. नहीं MTP2 साथ में करेंगे. Tomorrow we are doing MTP for GST. ठीक है. Okay, 15 to 20 minutes. Just be back here. Okay, I'm closing this video right now, and please stay connected, like, subscribe, comment below. We will be solving the MTP2 for DT today evening. Okay, at 6:15 there's a change in schedule. Tomorrow we will be doing MTP for GST. Okay, right? Is that clear to all of you? So see you all in the evening. Please share the link to others and ask others also to join in the live to get most benefit. And please comment below that the way I'm solving कि salary का वहीं पे वहीं मैंने solve करके दिखाया, that is better, or you want very detailed in the notebook. What is helpful to you? Do comment below. If you like, comment below. If you have a doubt, comment below. Thank you. Bye. Right now, after 15 minutes break, we are not continuing. We'll be continuing in the evening at 6.